Hi, hello and welcome to the second episode or the second stream. It's not a stream anymore; it's a recording because I have two different audio tracks and I can just with the filter while editing it, make it more louder or more quiet. Its functions probably much better, and you can understand me probably much more better than before. We'll continue with where we last stopped, which was at the end of the first kind of chapter after the intro. It is now the 17th of April, Saturday. And also, if there's a fight, I can just speed it up for you a bit. I think it's more better, more efficient to get this done with. If you want to see also Minecraft again, then also write it down in the comments. Otherwise, I will now focus more on this game. And I will eat meanwhile, so if you hear me eating, that's the sound of me eating.
All right.
I think his family.
Time to get going.
Oh, Reen!
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
Sure. It's getting late though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then.
What's the problem?
He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
Alisa and Emma. SA.
Huh.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning! Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Elisa. We'll see you in class.
Yeah, Alisa is always trying to to avoid Reen, but they will come together. I am absolutely sure about this. I mean, I am the one who is playing, so I can promise you this.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to. Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually.
She will. She will.
Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
But if I'm very kind, I will even make it more quiet when I eat, if possible. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want. Also follow me on Twitch. Eventually I will figure
These
out how
past 2
to.
weeks have really flown by, haven't they?
Eventually I will find out how to make this with the audio working better.
It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure.
Probably the second place.
Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kinda feels like I should address them more formally.
I mean, I think Green is technically a noble as well. Maybe this comes out later in the game, but I think I'm not wrong with this.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along.
I need to help them later, when I remember correctly. This game is wonderful. I like it very much. I said it before in the stream also, but it's amazing. One of my most favorite games of all time. Maybe it's also just my microphone.
That's what it would be if we weren't in Class 7.
The limited tools I have to adjust the audio in the best way. I mean, I'm sure it's possible. I hear it also if other people stream, so I know it's possible. I have just to, wrap my head around this a bit and try to figure it out.
Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way.
Patrick. As later they get best friends. You will see.
Class 7, I see.
Is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
What the fuck do you mean? You are just an Indian with blue hair. I mean, that's against people with blue hair, but the way he looks and the way he acts is, idiotic.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles.
Sure it is. We have to teach them some manners. And we will eventually, I think.
Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really?
Who gives a fuck?
Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
I wish I could decide for one, but I don't think that I can. I think it's always the same that he doesn't take a club. He just helps the student council and no, it's alright. No problem.
Stand, bow. Be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago. This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession.
It's funny how he is speaking.
He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Dreikel's Rice Arnor. He would later become known as Dreikel's the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance.
Yeah, and there's something else which goes on with him, of course. We will find out about this later in one of the future games.
Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Dreikel's army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Dreikel's first began gathering his army was... Reen Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
The place where Dreikel first started to gather his army was I think here. Maybe wrong. Yeah! I feel great. Prince Dreikel's wandering led him to the land of North, where he lived with the vagabonds for some time. It was there that he heard of the civil war taking place in Erebonia, and those vagabonds of North became his very first allies. She told me. She was trying to help me. Awesome. Feel great about Reen, for Reen. But thank you. I mean, I am very grateful for this assistance. Academic points. By making good decisions, acting appropriately, and completing quests, you will gain AP academic points. When you have accumulated enough AP, your rank will increase the next time you report a quest. There are 15 ranks ranking from B7 to A0, and every time your rank increases, you will receive a perk from the academy. And that's very great, because one of the higher perks is a belt, which prevents any of the effects like freezing, burning, poisoning, blindness, and so to happen. It prevents it. One of the characters can receive all of these effects, and I think there are two of the things you can find. One you can get through one of the rewards, and another one you can find somewhere. And one would be for Reen, and the other one would be for Alisa. Anyway, let's continue.
Nice work, everyone.
You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day.
I love 3 days. On 3 days, you can always use bonding points to, increase your bonding level with certain characters. And I always do this with Alisa, of course, if possible, and sometimes with other characters. But with Alisa is the most important because we and Alisa should come together. And blah blah. You know what I mean. Anyway, let's continue.
It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one, so feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
I'm not sure if this is already one of the field exams, but these are coming too.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement.
Maybe this announcement will be the first field study, where we have to go in with certain groups, and I think the first field exam also Rin and Alisa and one group to a different place, and then do certain things there, and the story advances there.
About
also.
a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise. Bow.
A free day, that's amazing. I like it very much. These 3 days are wonderful. Worried about the practical exam next week. I mean, I'm still just getting used to this stuff. I'd be happy to help you train if you need a sparring partner. The gymnasium looks big enough that I'm sure we did have no trouble finding a good spot for it. It's very kind of you to offer, but I was planning on attending a club practice today. Oh, you joined the club already? Which one did you pick? Oh, I decided to try for the band. Though I'm not sure how much use they will have for a violinist. I didn't know you play the violin. Did you just pick it up for fun? Yeah, something like that. How about you, Gaius? Have you joined any of the school's club? I'm considering joining the art club. Art, huh? Somehow that's not what I pictured for you, no pun intended. Do you have any artistic expertise? I dabbled, taught myself though, so I feel like this would be a good chance to learn a proper technique. Sounds good. That's pretty cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime. Who is coming there? Hello, Instructor Sarah. Oh good, you are still here. Instructor? Is there a problem? Oh no, I was just hoping someone could do a teensy little favor for me. There's something I need to pick up from the student council room. Something you need picked up? What would that be? Ah, that's for me to know and you to find out. All I will say is it's something absolutely essentially to your school life. And somebody needs to get it, though it doesn't matter who. Any volunteers? Sure, I will go. If I show up in the student council room and tell them you sent me, they will know why I'm there, I'm right? Are you sure you don't mind? You two have clubs to go to, right? I'm still totally undecided, so this shouldn't be a big deal at all. I can look in on a few clubs myself along the way, in fact. Well, if you really don't mind. Thank you. The student council room is in the student union building next door at the end of the hall on the second floor. It's open until quite late, so there is no rush. Okay, our first task. Wow, this is intense. Okay, done. And of course I can talk to everyone right now, but I'm not sure if I want to. Like the entrance ceremony of the building is normally closed, it will be open during certain events. The field, I can see I think already Alisa on the left side, maybe the field is home to more athletic activities such as practical exam. Many sports clubs such as the horse, the riding club and use this area to practice too. The gymnasium is used for general training purposes. You will find the pool and the training hall. Those two facilities are managed by the swimming and fencing club, respectively. As such, the gym is usually a living spot. Engineering building is the de facto place for Augment maintains and is managed by the engineering club. The library holds a variety of papers and books for you. Okay, this is the building I have to go to. Okay, Gymnasium, Auditorium, Student Union Building, okay. I think this way then, right, yeah.
This should be the Student Union building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year.
Oh, cool.
How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. Guess he must be a second year. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait. You're a second-year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
I think so. Pretty sure I do, anyway.
Cheers. All right, watch closely.
Huh?
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
I have not paid too much attention to it. I maybe should have.
Too bad.
Guess you win. I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick, which means...
You catch on quick.
Huh?
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor. Oh, and the student council room is on the 2nd floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
Wait, my 50 mirror.
This was a trick.
Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room too. Somehow. Guy's good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that. Oh well. At least now I know where I'm going. Though if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
Okay, maybe I do. Let's check. Can I already see? No, I can't teleport yet. It's annoying. Okay, let me try to find Let me take a look. I knew it. S.A. Please. Okay, there's no events I can have with her now. So okay, let's go to the student Dingsbums building. I always check out. Genau. Genau. Okay, let's go. It's the end of the corridor. It's the end of the corridor. Ah, here. I was stupid. Maybe I also have to make a second recording soon after. In a moment. Knock.
Hello? Please come in.
I recognize that voice.
Tova.
Pardon the interruption. Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Reen Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
She does not look so much younger than Fee. I would say they look maybe the same age, but I don't even maybe she would. I mean, yeah, she looks. I cannot really easily guess her age, but she doesn't look very young for me in my eyes.
I'm sorry. I was just wondering. Are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book. The name's Toa Herschel. I'm the Student Council President.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you? I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see.
Student notebooks.
Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes.
I can't, sadly I can't see his name on the most
And you're
top
even
one.
using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf. Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it.
And Reen is very politely and friendly, which is nice. I like it.
Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically you're right, but she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot too, so I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here. So you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work, right? It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class? She said you were all really eager to help out, so I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands. Mwah.
Mwah, indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down. No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right.
The poor guy.
Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment. But don't worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the Academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yeah, every 3 days I have then a few requests to fulfill first, and then I can have some fun with other people.
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them, and we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day, and drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, we get to know other people through this, and yeah, so it's alright. So no problem with me. It's just
Dusk already? What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy? Hello? This is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind. I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
Ah, it's Sarah. I was stupid. I thought it would be someone else.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But alright, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem. There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly? This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president, so Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Good question.
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course. But in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special. Surely even you can see that, no?
Yeah. I can see it. I can see it.
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course. It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
Are you okay?
Good question.
You, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something.
Or someone.
But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
I would be also confused.
Myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
He must get along with all of those people and always try to fix everyone's problem. When everyone comes always to him to ask for help. But that's okay, I'm the main player, so yeah. Tunnel 1. Mentor left me in charge in handling everyone's notebook tomorrow or first 3 days, so should get this done with tonight. Hi. I have to bring everyone the notebook. I will stop the recording here and maybe start a new recording in just a moment. 1, 2, 3.